Hi everyone, welcome to Three Crowns Trading. Please click on the subscribe and the like button below. And we also have courses available if you're interested in improving your trading skills. Please see the description below and click on one of those links. Okay, so what we were doing before, we were looking at some gold stocks. Today we're going to look at lithium in general, but here are some gold stocks we looked at in the last video, and I just want to spend a minute to go through these. So we will go through different commodities every week if we think that there's value to be found in a particular commodity. And last week we put out a video on gold, and if you had have invested in the 6 gold stocks that we actually identified last week and recommended, you would be up, for Regis, you'd be up 9.7% here. Northern Star Resources, you'd be up 9.5%. Kinross 11%. Barrick Gold up 6.4% now. Harmony's up 10.8%. And Anglo Gold is up 9.2%. Last week was a really interesting time for gold. The actual gold price went up quite a bit here, went up 2.5%. But these stocks have been undervalued for a long time, so it's still not too late to get into gold. Okay, we'll put out another gold video later. Let's look at lithium right now. So here is the lithium price as of now, and here is the forecast into the future. So the forecast is for the lithium price to actually increase into the future. And as you can see from this chart, the price has gone up quite a great deal in the last sort of 6 months alone. So lithium is a fantastic and really interesting place to be right now, especially with all the ESG occurring and electric vehicles, of course. Everything's going to batteries nowadays, though, isn't it? Lawnmowers, everything. So lithium is obviously what's required to put into batteries to propel most of the machinery that today are running on petrol or old styles of energy. So lithium is not a new thing, is it? There's been so much hype about lithium for so long, and people have been talking about it all the time. It's actually getting a bit boring, and as you are probably thinking, maybe, most lithium stocks are totally overpriced right now. So here's 6 big companies from around the world. Look at this. So we've got a PE of 144. We don't touch stocks that are over 20, and ideally we like them to be under 10 even. So when I see a PE of 144, I'm just thinking, wow, that's so overpriced. Another SQM here, 79, Pilbara Minerals, 63, Mineral Resources, 5.8. That's not a pretty fantastic there. And there's a couple more stocks here that aren't even really generating enough revenue to get themselves a PE. So here are 6 lithium stocks, and we just wanted to quickly go through these right now. One thing about our company is our senior analyst, one of our senior analysts actually put together these charts, and he is interested in lithium. And one thing we don't like as a company, do you see here the all-time share price in the last year of this particular company? It's closer to its all-time high than its all-time low. We don't like that. We like to buy stocks that are trading closer to their all-time low than their all-time high. And again, closer to its all-time high in the last year, closer to its all-time high in the last year, the share price. So these companies are not very attractive to us at all, except for one. So here's Mineral Resources, and it's closer to its all-time low than its high, not like these other stocks. And we thought we would do some more research today into Mineral Resources. So if you're interested in getting into the lithium sector, it may not be too late. If I was holding any of these other lithium stocks other than Mineral Resources, I would be looking to exit my position. There may be a time in the future, for example, when this PE of 63 is justified after it starts generating more profit, which it will, of course. Lithium is going to be in demand for a while into the future, but now would be a time for most of these companies to wait for a pullback if you wanted to enter them, and you may not get a pullback. What we might find now is we may not get a substantial pullback. What might happen, we may just have to wait until these companies generate enough money to justify that high PE there. But let's look at Mineral Resources now, because this is an interesting company and an interesting stock right at the moment. So here's some more details about Mineral Resources. So as you may know, Mineral Resources is predominantly, it was an iron ore company. It produces a low quality form of iron ore at a high price, which is obviously not what you want compared to Fortescue or a lot of these other iron ore companies. However, because the iron ore price went up so much recently, which is coming off again now, because it went up so much recently, it made companies like this viable. And if you look over here, their income, they've had a fantastic 2 years because the iron ore price increased so much. And now the iron ore price peaked in July this year. It was at $225 a ton, which is around about here, and then it's just started trending down. And you see this black line here. I've put the iron ore price over the top of the Mineral Resources share price. So pretty much Mineral Resources is just tracking the iron ore price all the way down to here, which is where we are now. However, something very interesting has happened with Mineral Resources other than just iron ore. So as you can see, the price has been trending down nicely. However, we seem to have a bit of a change in trend right now. And let's see how that goes, because over here, Mineral Resources is in oversold territory. And if you look over here, the MACD, you can see we had a death cross here when the share price then started to trend down. But now these two lines are converging, and we may get a golden cross here, and then we may see if this share price here, if this breaks above the moving average there, we may get a violent move up quite quickly. And the share price has come down 35% with the iron ore price since July. So what's going on? Why is Mineral Resources such a good buy, possibly? Well, the main thing here, we're talking about lithium, aren't we? So Mineral Resources is one of the few companies that actually is a lithium mining company that is actually trading at a really reasonable price now. And it's looking to restart this mine. As of the 25th of October last month, they put out a release, an announcement saying they're going to restart this mine. And this mine, as you may know, it's been placed on care and maintenance since November, so it's all ready to go. It's actually a producing mine, so you could get this mine up and running quite quickly, and they're planning to do this by the third quarter of next year, 2022. And they figure that once they get this mine up and running, they can run at 750,000 tons per annum of spodumene concentrate, which is not a bad result for such a mine. And they've got the camp there and everything. This mine is ready to go. So they made a decision to get it going, and they're going to get it going. So in terms of lithium miners, this is one of the best mines you could possibly find right now at the moment. So let's look at this some more. So comparing Mineral Resources to Pilbara Minerals. So Mineral Resources and Pilbara Minerals, they have a similar market cap, and they're right next door to each other. So they're pretty much mining the same product at the same sort of quantity and qualities. The thing that Mineral Resources has going for it, which is really massive, is it owns 40% of a lithium hydroxide plant, which is under construction in Kemerton. And it also intends to either construct or buy a plant and get something going in China. So these are two huge upsides for Mineral Resources. Most of the money is to be made when you convert that into hydroxide, and Mineral Resources is looking to get into that area as well. So as I mentioned before, Mineral Resources also, other than the lithium they're about to produce, they're also a high cost, low quality iron ore producer, as I mentioned, and they have a mining service business. So they do get revenue already from various sources, and spodumene concentrate is going to be the next one in the near future. Another thing that's happened recently, MFG, Magellan Financial Group, they've just become a substantial holder in Mineral Resources as of the 12th of November this month. So they see a bright future for this company as well. And the falling iron ore price, as I mentioned earlier, has just created a really good opportunity to get involved in this stock. So if you're looking to get into lithium, and you feel like you've missed your chances, and there may not be a big pullback in those other 6 lithium stocks we just showed you, we really recommend Mineral Resources if you're prepared to wait. And we actually have some money invested in one of those other 6 companies. We're looking at rolling our money out of that next week and into Mineral Resources, because we see this as a company that's going to have a fantastic future, and it's a really good position. It's in a great position for the future and for the future demand and supply dynamics that are going to occur with lithium into the future.